everyone, welcome back. It's Gina again. Welcome to ICAD 2022. This is number 16, 17, 18, and 19. Again, I'm still behind, so I'm trying to catch up by doing a couple at a time. So I'm starting off using my brayer and adding paint. These cards are not pre-gessoed, so they're just bare raw cards. So they're sucking up the paint like crazy. It's not flowing or moving across the page. It's just sucking it right up. But that's fine. So I'm just applying some colors to my card. This color I just added was Peach by Sargent. I'm using all acrylic paints. The paints I usually use are by Sargent and Deco Art. Yeah. And Marie's. MARIE''S. So now I'm just doing some mark making. Today I felt like doing collage. It makes me feel free and it helps me to think less. And it's very relaxing for me. So I'm just adding some background papers now. I had done this wonderful sheet using masking tape. I will link the video for that down below. This is tissue paper and I'm just going to apply them to each page. So again, as in the previous 4 that I did, I am adding similar shapes and colors to all cards, but yet I want them to be different. And to be honest, this is actually how I used to work before I started taping myself creating. Usually when I would do my art, I would work on 2 or 3 pieces at the same time. And this was before I had my heat gun. So I would work on a piece and then move out that book and bring in a next paper and do some work on that one and then put that aside to dry. Then I'll pull back in the other one or I'll pull another one. So usually my style of creating, I would usually work on 2 or 3 pieces at the same time. And it would help because, as I said before, I didn't have a heat gun. So when I started taping, actually, it was kind of hard for me to switch to just working on one piece at a time. It was actually pretty hard, but it's not bad. So this is actually nice. It's fun for me to go back to that, to be able to work on more than one piece at the same time. It's still different from the way I used to do it, but you know, this is nice. Let me know if you like it or if you prefer me to do one card at a time. But I'm really just trying to catch up. So now I'm just adding some marks using the same colors but adding them in different ways on the card. This is another piece that I did when I was making some marks on book pages. And I'm using my homemade tear ruler. I took my plastic ruler and I dragged it across the edge of my step. And that's how I got those indentations in my ruler. This piece I have is another tissue paper that this was from making marks on the Geli plate. So I'm gonna try to use up all of those papers that I made. I will link the video. I'll have to look to see which one it's in to show you how these marks were made. It was so much fun and again very relaxing. I encourage any one of you who have a Geli plate, if you want to de-stress, just get some mark making tools, anything that you have around the house, and get your paints and your Geli plate and some papers and make some marks. It's very, very relaxing. It's addictive. You just keep making more and more and then you end up looking for more paper and It's so much fun. So you could use old book pages, tissue paper, anything that you have, and make your marks. Oh, I haven't tried doing it on cloth. I think I'm gonna try that next. I hope I remember. I'll write it down. Of course, I must add my splashes. Love me some splashes. Just adding some more red here and there. And it sucked into the page. It came out a lot heavier than I thought, but that's fine. Again, the cards are not gessoed, so it's really sucking the paint up. Now I think it's time for my focal points. I went scavenging around looking for stuff that I could put, and I came up with a couple things. So I have a circle and a butterfly. I found this man that I cut out from a print that I made, a stencil that I made. I have these butterflies that I cut out. I can't remember what that project was. I actually really like how that looks. And I decided not to use that because I didn't like how it looked at the time. But these are the negatives of circles that I cut out when I was doing gift tags for my family. So I loved how they looked. It's nice thick card, and I kept them because I knew for sure I wanted to use them. This roll I finally got. I've been looking for this all over. I did not find it in my country, so I got it online. A friend brought it who traveled. I ordered it and she brought it for me. I'm so grateful. What is this called? It's drywall joint tape. It's sticky on one side and it's fantastic. I was looking for it all over. I've seen other people use it in their videos and I just found it was so cool. It's a really nice, simple addition, and I'm so happy I have it. And as you can see, the roll is quite thick, so I expect it will last me quite a long time. Now I'm bringing in some collage papers that I made. Also, it should be in the video that I'll link. I'll have to check to see. But I used brown paper and just some mark making tools and my Geli plate that I made. I will link that video as well. I discovered that my paint tube broke, so I was trying to open it and it refused to open. Apparently the paint is really gummy and gooey and stuck inside there. So I just shoved my paintbrush under the lid and I got some paint. Now I'm adding it to the edge. My plan was just to add it around the edge so it won't be white on the edges and it would look more finished. But because of all the water that I had on the brush, the wood, because I didn't prime it before, it soaked up all that paint, and I just love how it looks when it, you see it pulling the water into the butterfly. I love that. I decided to prime the circle though and actually just leave it white. So I'm doing that and I'm doing the edges as well. But I really like the effect of the paint drawing into the butterfly inwards. I love it. I'm also trying to keep some of them simple. So I'm gluing this down. I don't know why I put glue all over the butterfly, but it is what it is. And now I'm going to glue those pieces down and then move on to another card. And of course, my splashes.